Tonight, CBS 6 investigates a hidden risk surrounding your prescription pills. A majority of Americans take a generic form of their medication. Many do it to save money, but our CBS 6 investigation found out that there could be a much bigger price to pay when you choose to take that less expensive drug.
What they did to me was unconscionable. I could have died.
Patty Zarzicki landed in the hospital after slipping in a GE parking lot on her way into work. She had to have a knee replacement, but the fall isn't what almost killed her. It was the pills she was prescribed after surgery.
And I just went for a simple knee replacement so that I wouldn't have pain anymore. And this is what happened.
Zarzicki was diagnosed with acute renal failure. She says doctors told her she'd suffered a side effect from the generic version of the opioid she'd been taking for pain. It took months to recover and tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills.
If I had gone into septic shock, I'd have been dead.
Two New York City lawyers took on Zarzicki's case to bring a lawsuit against the drug company Qualitest Pharmaceuticals. But the lawyers were forced to drop the case. They learned that in 2013, the Supreme Court made a ruling that essentially blocks medically injured people like Zarzicki from suing a pharmaceutical company over a generic drug. Patty ended up with nothing.
I would have never thought in a million years this would have ever happened.
The ruling was based on the case of a New Hampshire woman who was severely disfigured after taking the generic version of Clinaril. The High Court ruled in favor of the drug company. The reason, generic drug makers are required to use the same safety labels as the brand name. Legal expert Paul Darahanesian explains.
In return for that requirement, the Supreme Court said we will protect them if there's a problem in the label or the design of the drug, because they are doing what federal law has required.
The ruling has huge potential impacts for all of us. It means anytime we choose to take a generic version of a prescription drug just to save a few bucks, we're giving up any legal recourse in case the drug causes us serious injury or death. You can sue the brand name drug maker, but not the generic. And most people have no idea.
Congress could change this with the stroke of a pen.
Patty Zarzicki has been on a mission to get Washington's attention. Congressman Paul Tonko responded to Patty, but with more bad news.
Why isn't Congress doing more to change this?
The Obama administration offered a rule through the FDA, and they were in the midst of getting that rule change done. Now, unfortunately, it's on hold because the Trump administration has taken a different approach, and it's pretty much just set aside.
6 years after her hospital stay, Zarzicki is still undergoing physical therapy for severe body swelling, but she's not giving up.
The pharmaceutical company is the manufacturer of that drug, and that's the one that has to pay for the damages.
Zarzicki says her next step is to join with others like her in an effort to change Washington policy regarding generic drugs. And we did make several attempts to reach Qualitest Pharmaceuticals for comment on Patty's case, but we never got a response.